that like those heart things they were talking? Those Von hearts or something they were talking about? It is. Got 2 of these. You need to get that perk to where if you break shit down, you have more chance to get, or double the chances of getting perks, or getting add-ons. This place is a little crazy. Oh. Hello. Is there anything in here? Doesn't look like it. Really wasn't wanting to check out a town, but I can see real quick. Of course there's a keypad, right? Key to the pad. Okay, one thing would be nice if we could actually see it in here, so we probably wouldn't find it. Alright, I think that's everything for now. This shit. Alright, I'm not gonna do the right here. Investigate here. I want to do what I set out to do. At least we'll have it fast travel to here. Shows there being a cave. How the hell do we get into it? This is where I've been wanting to be. But we need to figure out how to get down in there. But it's right here. Alright, first off, reload. Reload. Okay. So, shot it. Ooh. I have a feeling we're going to need some red eggs. Yep. That's good. Cool. So over in here, this, and this thing is this. That's good enough for now. I'm probably gonna regret going in here. I think there's supposed to be a shit ton of death balls. Alright, it's a good thing we pop some red X. See, we're getting red X right off the beginning, so I have a feeling that's the reason. He's only level 21, so that's probably good, right? I hate that he saw us right as we came in this bitch. And now he's took off. Oh my god, I forgot how to do it now. I forgot how to freaking open up the thing. Oh my god, that was embarrassing. Like, oh my gosh. I just had a little bit more light in this bitch. We started. Sure, there's nothing around it yet. We started. I hear stuff, but I don't. Oh shit. Hey, Mindar shotgun, y'all. Damn. Hell yeah, your shotgun is beast. Nothing wrong with that. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The bypass holiday got me in as longer as expected. So, while the rain is pretty good for each month, I essentially have a place that is standing on top of the access panel to get it to work. Without the direct freak.
We're on the other side.
Once inside, I was really helped by my world laser room. But except the power allowed me to grant myself clearance. Recovery of the access card to our facility was less.
I want to finish clearing this place out, though.
Recommend
Another elevator. play it or no? Where'd the other one go? Here? He's over there, but we were just over there. So, where are you running to, bitch? Oh, that felt good. You're dead. Cow machine gun. Good shot. So let's make sure we got everything. So we came down here. There was nothing down here but that. Let's go down. Is that where I jumped to? Is this where we came in? Yeah, it is. Okay. So that's it? That's all it's empty? I really thought there'd be more. We came that way, we went this way, nothing this way. Oh shit. Play the bypass holotape in front of the access point. Okay. Okay, that's where we found it. So we killed that one. Alright, so there's nothing else in there. I'm taking it. Yes. Alright, let's go. Boom.
User access updated. Welcome.
Enter the bunker. Okay. Guess that door would be taking us the same, yeah. All the freaking music in this game is so good. Alright, so it's in here real quick. God, man, this place is huge. Low on food. Head to the Berkeley Springs due to less than the cave now. Run through going outside. Checklist before leave. I don't know what level ours is back home, so I'm not sure. Where it was. We're not there yet, so let's go see what this door takes us. This takes us in here, which there's nothing. Alright, just go this way. Judy. My girl's dead because of my choices. Don't let Judy's death be in vain. Alright. Yeah, we can do this, yeah.
Beautiful expedition.
Find a way to bypass the bunker laser. What am I doing? So here's I'm stuck underground with my father, not the final years of med school plan I had in mind, but when he came to me, he was adamant that we had to run, that someone was coming for us, adamant enough to show me any concrete proof, just that I had to trust him this time, which has been getting harder as he gets worse. But I could tell in his eyes that he made his decision, and he's not in the state to be out here on his own. So here I am, me, my father, senator of the land, and piles of books to last us throughout Judgment Day. Maybe I'll get lucky and he'll come around to us heading back outside in a couple of days. Judgment Day. Jesus Christ. The plants grow outside as he gets out of control since. Can't do this. The plant's growth outside has been getting out of control. The main entrance is almost overrun. At this rate, we're going to have to start burning the roots in order to get out of the elevators. And animals aren't faring any better. I saw a mosquito the other day the size of a dog. I don't think I'm screamed like this since high school, but it's at least given me a new goal in life. I want to never, ever see one of those things feed. I've been trying a couple of different methods for my dad to see what helps keep him lucid. Most effective things so far are believed that are not the mentats. I always thought they were a party drug for the beatniks and arm-trail philosophers, but they sharpened him right up, which we've been needing of late. He came the other day covered in mud, claiming he saw a giant bat. That's a new one. I worked out a recipe that seems to get pretty close to the store-bought one's more scary looking fungi in there than I like, but at this point it's better than the alternative. Holy Mother of God. I saw a giant bat. Holy Mother of God. I saw a giant bat, and it saw me and followed me back here. Dad was right. We're going to need to be a lot more careful out there from now on. Let's get through here. Throw circuit breakers, laundry room opens, airflow above generators, activate circuit conducts upstairs and vents. All credits goes to Judy and her elusive dreams of running multiple hot plates at once. Okay. Security terminal, of course. I guess I'm gonna have to get hack 3. I really didn't want to. Find a way to bypass bunker laser goes optional. Throw the bunker breakers optional. Open up the airflow optional. Reset the bunker conduct. Okay. Looks like it's all the this. much. Not to do it again. Is it working? No, let's try that again. Great. We're coming. Son of a bitch. Alright, intelligence. You're pulling on the purse strings of this congressional bunker project was exactly the break we need. Modest machine vault tech members of our own government. They're all a part of it. I've gotten got a lot of chatter about the debt Niagara Quota having an outside role in what's going on. Eckhart is at the heart of this, I guarantee you, but I wouldn't be shocked for a moment if this went all the way to the top. Remember this number, 417604. It's the invoice number for orders placed by the debt of our Eckhart. Request bounds for the bunker. They claimed it's part of facility automation efforts that lies invoice 417604. Experimental equipment, high-tech, lot of it. The automation things just got covered up. Some of this stuff, this is military-grade equipment, sound, biological welfare, human experimentations. They're gearing up to go to war, or more likely than into crime. I'm going to keep digging on my end, see where the threads go, but you might want to make yourself scarce. Sam, no telling how these people will react if they find out we know what they're up to. Senator's letter. Welcome, Mr. Blackwell, to the Senate of the United States of America. Your election of this body is one of the greatest honors of America can receive. Please memorize this ID number above. It will grant you access to some of the many perks members of the Senate enjoy: checking out items from the Liberty of Congress, access to the Congregational Gym, discount meals at the Capitol cafeteria, and more. And please be sure to bring that ID as well as a government-issued photo ID to your first orientation sessions at the Capitol this January. Specific dates forthcoming. Here's wishing you a long, honorable tenure in your position as a senator of the Appalachian Territory. That's every paperwork. Yep. Got this too. Back off Sam. The decisions been made. The automated silos are being built at Appalachia. We're going to give the same early warning systems as everyone else, but if you breathe a word about this timing discrepancies, keep implying exist between the military and civilians warning systems, I'll make sure you spend the rest of your days in jail. You're going to start a panic, Sam. We're not discussing this again. Okay, got that. Got this. Sam's turn. Why is it doing this sometimes? Like, sometimes you can get internal, and sometimes others. Sick with it. Alright, G Judy says I should write. Judy says I should write the recalling things, and writing them down will help me with my memory until she can find what she needs to brew up some more meds. So I'm writing. When she's not taking care of her dad, she's been glued to the radio upstairs, listening to folks crying for someone to save them, wondering why no one's coming. It's almost like no one's listening to this interview at all. Like I told her they wouldn't. She's a good soul, which is why imagining this has been so hard to her, because there's no place for people like that in this world anymore. Free state bunkers. Getting these down in case we need to get the gang back together. Nora and Abby due north of Thunder Mountain Powers, Emma east of Thunder Mountain Power, Riley east west of Dire Chemicals. Judy, I'm sorry. Judy, I'm sorry. Judy went out to collect mushrooms, part of the grand plan for a mushroom and dandy boy apple casserole, which my stomach had been quietly fearing the whole day, but she didn't come back. I cycled through our best foraging spots only to find her deep in a conversation with two men we didn't know, two men who could have recognized her. I waited for them to part away. If they were agents sent to find us, they clearly weren't good ones. When I got back, I tried to keep calm, to remind her why we have to stay hidden, remind her what's telling the truth cost us. I got mad. That made her mad. Now she's upstairs and I need to get up the courage to say what's so damn easy to write. I'm sorry, Judy, but with everything that's been taken from us, I'm not about to lose you too. Kind of bad. I was out hunting today, and I swear some kind of bat the size of a caravan came flying over the ridge. It perched and looked right at me, though through brush, trees, and 500 yards. It spun right towards me like it whipped a stone at its head. Then it howled like a banshee and started flying right at me. I haven't run that fast since high school, dodging tree branches and brush. Could hear wings flapping just behind my head, and then darkness took me a good 15 seconds before I realized I had fallen into a ditch. The bat screeched, and I could hear its clawing at the ground above me for what sounded like an eternity, before finally giving up and flying off. When I finally got back and told Judy, she looked at me up and down, covered in sweat, dirt, and brushes, and told me in the perfect Dr. Calms that there's a chance that what I saw, it might have been a side effect on being off the meds. She then walked into the storeroom and handed me the biggest gun we had. Just take this too. Judy's gone. Buried her up on the crest. The disease, it moved too fast, so fast. 1 minute she was fine, and the next gone. I recognized this disease, at least I think I did. An old memo, maybe. Was this what we were chasing? Had T warned me about this? I wanted to take her to the congressional bunker. They could have fixed her, I know it. They could have executed me from treason, but maybe they'd let her live. But the maps weren't in the spot I thought they were, and by the time I found them and built the structure, I just watched her die. Chatter on the radios coming from the Harper's Ferry gets drummer every day. Others out there are dying of the same thing, and I couldn't do this on my own. About time I went for a walk. Judy loved going on walks. Don't forget this one I'm saying. Been a while. Things are going well at Harper's. Everyone doesn't know who I am or pretends they don't. Riley has me working in the armory, cleaning weapons away from people. Good friend, that one. Came back to get a dose of Dectorol for a junkie that wandered in from the mountains. Figured I'd relax here for a bit. Sleep's been harder to come by recently. Having trouble remembering what Judy said I should take to help. She's a good soul, but there's no place for people like that in this world anymore. We found it. 2 days ago was in line for a bowl of soup at the Harpers. One of the newcomers wouldn't take his eyes off me. Didn't think I noticed him watching though. Thought's wrong. What the hell is wrong with these things? That night I saw him walking outside the barriers I followed. He was making some kind of recording. I couldn't risk it. Tried to make it look like an animal attack. Messy and imprecise. Threw some pieces in the river. Yesterday morning, uproar. People terrified about the attack. Made it too believable, I guess. Last night, heard something flying over the town. Mechanical. Never saw anything stealth. Most likely, they're looking for him. For me, as soon as I couldn't hear the sound anymore, I took my pack and ran back here. Today hung some meat in the cave. Try and draw in some local predators. Scare off anyone who might have followed me. Still have months of food in here. Should be safe for now. Don't know what I am thinking. Leaving this place. Wouldn't be making a mistake again. Alright. We're safe over here. A lot of reading in this spot. I'm trying to get off here. God damn, come on. Remember, I'm doing you a favor here, and now you owe me, and you've seen what heights my bars tabs can reach. Honestly, though, next time you should just take the secretary directly. He's a good guy with a smart cookie. I think you two would get along. Jody, okay. National Nutritional Intention to prepare the next generation for nation service through enhanced nutrient. Pilot project to extend the shelf life of various foods being prepared for Central Congressional Bunker. Develop foods addictive that can be deployed in local water systems to enhance well-being across citizens of the United States. Done in conjunction with the Department of Defense. A broad spectrum looks at the use of biological agents to eliminate crop pests. Developing techniques to biologically modify weevils, moles, and other pests to self-eliminate. Okay. Is that it? Nope. Good God. Senator Clark, Chairman, I would like to remind you of the committee that environmental concerns aside, and I do share these concerns, the uranium deposit in the question is in fact the largest in the country, not just the East Coast. Overturning the ban on extraction would help shorten the secure supply lines for resources our great nation is relying on more and more with each passing day. Senator Blackwater and I, Mr. Chairman, would again like to bring you to the committee attention to the fact that my colleague Senator Clark has recently purchased a very large stake in Atomic Mining Services Corporation, which constitutes a clear conflict of influence. I will show you the conflict of interest, sir. Okay. I think we're good. Alright, now what do we gotta do? Search the room for Blackwater's access post possible codes. Judy's. Okay, so where are we supposed to go from here? Alright, possible codes. 0, 2, 1. Code accepted. Great. White Springs. Listen to open White Springs.
Greetings, esteemed Congressman, Senator. Welcome to the United States. Designed with comfort and safety in mind, the White Spring Bunker, located directly below the Lavender Resort of the same name, will act as your very own oasis in the event of a hostile nuclear strike. All you need to do is present the enclosed access card upon your arrival, and our automated bunker management press guide you through the process of
I'm 38.
all while supporting the necessary function of the bunker. So when the inevitable comes, won't you join us at the White Spring?
Alright. This way. But we got like big guns on us. Explore the White Spring Bunker. Okay, so I think we're good here, so I want to head back to our house. I'm not over encumbered. Oh, we're out of our suit. Alright, we'll send that. Gotta take a drink. Oh. Gotta take the bottle cap off to be able to drink, right? Great. This thing is literally taking hit spots off. Awesome. So we finally got bunker busters, so we should get some new armor. Alright, great. Awesome. Let's go up in here. Let's sell a bunch of this shit tomorrow. Alright. Let's get up our suit so we don't forget. Sell a bunch of this shit. Alright, let me see real quick so I don't forget what the size gun or what number it is. 45. Our other one is 45. Let's break that bitch down. Scrap. I don't know if I'll use this this week. Weighs 10 pounds. What's our other one weigh? Kinda like that one better. Black Diamond, it's 120 damage. I think I'll break it. It's 10 pounds. It's 138 though. This one's only 124. I don't know. Put it in here for now, but I don't think we got. No, we ain't got. Oh well, we'll keep it on us for now. Explosive bait? How the hell do we have explosive bait? Whatever, we'll leave all this shit for tomorrow, so we'll sell it or whatever. Alright, jump out of here real quick. Alright, so anyways guys, that's what we're in it for today. Tomorrow I should be on, but it might be a little bit later, so we'll go from there. We'll keep on with Bunker Buster. So anyways guys, thanks again for watching. Hope you all are enjoying as much as I am, and I'll see you next time. Peace.